Real quick, guys, before we jump into today's video, I did want to shout out Fade Me, my merch brand we have here on the channel. If you want to support what we're doing here, help us make bigger and better content, head over to fademe.store, pick up some merch, great prices, great quality, guys. You will not be disappointed. I get so damn excited every time I see an order come through. So go support what we're doing here. Again, that's fademe.store. Let's jump into the video. Let's go. All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Monday Night Football, week number 5. We got the Raiders taking on the Green Bay Packers here. Right now, Raiders sitting at 1.5-point favorites, which I believe opened up as them being underdogs. So the line has shifted quite a bit, but they're 1.5-point favorites at home right now. The total is sitting at 45.5. I do have a spread pick, a total lean, and then I got a couple player props that I want to throw your way in today's video. Before we do that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. You guys have been absolutely crushing it as of late, and I cannot thank you. I can't even begin to describe how thankful I am for the recent success and support here that you guys have shown. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. We'll start off with my spread pick here. Now, as of right now, I do like Green Bay plus the points. That being said, I think the value may be Green Bay money line. So keep an eye on the pinned comment to see if we end up rolling with, the plus 1.5, or if we just roll with them money line straight out here, because plus 114 odds for the money line ain't looking too bad as of right now. In fact, if I were to roll with Green Bay on the spread, may buy a couple points, bump that up to like 3.5, cover by a field goal. You can still get that at minus 140-ish, so a little bit more juice, but maybe a little bit safer. And what this really comes down to is I do think Green Bay, at least when you look at them in the competition that they've played, neither one of these teams has had to go through truly the gauntlet yet, but I would say Green Bay has a slight advantage in terms of how we've seen them play. We haven't even seen Vegas crack the 20-point range yet. The offense for Green Bay has looked a little bit better, so it's kind of coming down to that. They rank 15th when it comes to offensive DVOA, 11th in pass, 28th, so not that great in rush, as opposed to Las Vegas's offense here, the second worst team in DVOA rankings when it comes to offense. They're 31st in offense, 28th in defense, and then 30th overall. Green Bay, 15th in offense, like we just talked about, 21st in defense, so still not all that great. Don't love the defensive side of the ball there, but I like that offensive 15th ranking. So I'm going to look at Green Bay here. I think that they get the job done. I like their offense. I think they have a few more, or I shouldn't say they have a few more weapons. Don't get me wrong. They don't have more weapons. I'd take Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs over damn near anyone on that Green Bay offense, but the offenses right now are two completely different teams. Like this Raiders offense, injuries here, but whatever. Still a stagnant offense, and I do think that Green Bay is at least mixing it up. They do have weapons, some smaller names, but guys making big plays. And they do have, Aaron Jones and even A.J. Dillon kind of in their back pocket yet to kind of go off. So I think that Green Bay is just a better team. Slightly better defense. This is not a defensive pick whatsoever. I don't like either defense here. I think this Green Bay defense, the fact that some people, can say that they have a good defense, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that this is an offensive game, and I'm trusting the team that has the better offense. Even the bigger, playmaking quarterback here. Jimmy Garoppolo, yes, he's a steady guy. Doesn't always make that many mistakes. Hasn't necessarily been the case this year. But you have Jordan Love on the side of Green Bay, and that guy has looked at times like a future quarterback for this team, and he's looked pretty good. Again, 38 points week 1, 24 in week 2, 18 against New Orleans defense in week 3, and then 20 last week against Detroit. Las Vegas, 17, 10, 18, and 17 have been their scoring outputs. They only put up 17 points against this Denver defense. This Denver defense is bottom of the barrel, right? So offensive game in my mind, or at least that's where the edge is here. So I'll lean towards Green Bay, whether it's the spread. We might go alt spread here, or them on the money line for that plus money. Now, before we do jump into the player props, I want to talk to you about Sleeper. If you have not checked out Sleeper yet, you are missing out. They're probably going to drop a discount square for this game as well. They've been doing it for pretty much damn near every Monday Night Football game. But essentially, you pick 2 player props to 8 player props, put them in a slip together, and the more you get correct, the more you get paid out. And I love the fact that Sleeper follows their own sort of unique payout multiplier system. They don't follow the fixed payout structure like all the other pick'em apps out there. 2 for 2 does not always equal 3x. In fact, you can go win up to 100 times over on Sleeper. So that makes them really, really unique. Again, keep an eye out for the discount squares. They've been dropping them for primetime games like you read about. You can use the link in the pinned comment, guys, and you can go check out Sleeper. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. You put in $50, they'll say, hey, here you go. Here's $50 extra. you'll have a new account balance of 100. If you want to go all in, throw $100 in. Sleeper's going to give you $100 additional dollars. You'll have a new account balance of 200. Who hates free money? Go check out Sleeper. Again, that link is in the pinned comment. You'll get your first deposit matched with that. Now, let's talk some player props here. I have this first one that I really do like. Let's go ahead and jump in because we're looking at Romeo Doubs here, over 47.5 receiving yards. This Las Vegas team is not a good defense overall, but they rank 28th in defensive pass DVOA, and Doubs has been getting pretty much every target. Now, I exaggerate there, but over here you can see 25.6% of targets so far this season. Yes, we did see Watson come back last week. I don't necessarily think it'll affect him all that much. He's still playing, and at least in the last 2 weeks here, 86 and 88% of offensive snaps. And look at this, Green Bay, 61% of their plays this year have been pass plays. We know who his favorite target is, talking Jordan Love, right, to Romeo Doubs, and we know who the best receiver as of right now on this team is. This guy, this is their number one, and we've seen number ones go out there and kind of torch the Raiders so far this season in multiple accounts. So give me Romeo Doubs here for -108 over on Caesars. That is your best bet right now. Obviously, the odds aren't terrible on FanDuel, DraftKings, and BetMGM, but why would you not take the best price available, right? And this is Outlier, guys. If you want to check out this app, make sure to use that link in the pinned comment as well. You get 7 days free. I'm loving Outlier, guys. This is such a cool tool. Makes picking player props and game picks super easy. Again, Outlier, that link is in the pinned comment. But first off here is going to be Romeo Doubs over 47.5 receiving yards. I think that we're going to see a couple deep ones to him, as Jordan Love, has thrown a couple deep balls this year. Obviously loves to throw the deep ball, and they just don't really have a good pass defense in this Raiders team. So give me the number one target here, getting most of the targets on a team that throws the ball a whole hell of a lot against a bad defense. I will take Doubs over 47.5 receiving yards. Next player prop here, fairly simple one. You don't see a lot of green on the board here, but he did finally get on the board last week against the Chargers. We're looking at Josh Jacobs -145 here for any time touchdown. First thing that jumped out to me here is the comparison. FanDuel has this at -180. We're getting some serious value at -145 over on DraftKings. And if the Raiders do get down there in the red zone and everything like that, I think we're going to see obviously a decent chance that Josh Jacobs get the ball and tries to rush it. And if you look at his red zone rush attempts here, this is just rush attempts overall, getting over 72% of their rushes. No kidding, they don't really even have that split back or anything like that. And then in the red zone here, 65% of his rushing attempts. He holds 65% of the team's red zone rushing attempts. So fairly safe play here. Again, I don't like either defense, so I'm not going to sit here and say that Green Bay is going to prevent the Raiders from being able to go down there and get in the red zone. I don't think so. I don't think that either one of these defense is all that stellar. So giving this big boy Josh Jacobs being able to just pound one in for a touchdown, and we're getting 40 cents on the dollar there in terms of value over on DraftKings, I like the spot there. So just to recap, we are looking at Green Bay here, whether it's spread or money line. I'll update you in the pinned comment. 2 player props so far: Romeo Doubs over 47.5 receiving, and then Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. Now, I said I have a lean on the total, and I'll explain why I like it and explain why I don't like it. I already kind of hinted at this pretty much the entire video, but these two defenses I'm not impressed with. I think the Packers are a better defense, but still not a very good defense if you look around the league, right? So I do like the over 45.5 in terms of a lean because of just the lack thereof of defense. The one thing that kind of irks me and doesn't make me feel all that great is I really don't love either offense, and I certainly haven't seen anything trustworthy from the Raiders side of the ball. So 45.5 is no small feat, right? Like, that's a decent amount of points here. It's kind of a key number too, getting up towards that 47 number. So the fact that there could be a lack of offense under the lights in primetime scares me a little bit, keeps it as a lean for now. If I do roll with it and make it a final play, I'll obviously put that in the pinned comment as well. But in terms of final plays, we're rolling with the Green Bay side of things, money line or spread. I'll update you guys, and then those 2 player props that I threw your way there. But yeah, guys, make sure to go check out the Fade Me brand, check out Sleeper, check out Outlier, help support what we're doing here, everything like that. I'm very excited for the rest of the football season. You guys have been stellar. Like, it's so easy to get up super early and make these videos and everything like that because you guys have been so engaging and whatnot. So shout out to the Fade Squad that you guys are watching till the end here. You're not a guppy, you're part of the Fade Squad, and you're a real one. You watch the whole video. So thank you guys so damn much. Let's cash this Monday Night Football, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.